Greetings, friends. It's Denise again with Denise's Dancing Paintbrush and another collage of a little boy. This one, I think he is just the most charming little guy. He's got this winning smile that you just can't resist. And he actually is the son of a friend. So I couldn't resist doing a collage of him. He's been through a lot, the little guy. He's had several heart operations because of a congenital heart defect, but he's just still the most happy and charming kid. And so I started with the background. Again, my theme is kind of a warm, summery theme, even though I don't use the word summer in here like I was doing with spring and winter, but you know, I may in the future, whatever. This week I have been having so much trouble with well, at first I thought it was my camera, then I thought it was the camera battery, and now I think it is the battery charger that is letting me down. So I've ordered a new battery charger to see if that might be the problem. We'll see. But at any rate, the camera keeps turning itself off because the battery has gone dead only after a couple of minutes. So there are so many clips in this particular video. I found it tedious and annoying. And if that's not enough, I'm also having trouble with my overhead light. I may have to replace that too, or do without. I have another light, but the light is so bright, it's glaring. It causes a great deal of glare on my shiny paper, which, you know, is not the best for videotaping. But there you are. You deal with what you've got. And sometimes I find very good things can come out of just dealing with what you have. As you can see on this one, I did the eyes separate. I sometimes do that. I'll put them together on one piece of paper and then glue them into place after the background pieces are already placed. And then sometimes
did you find what you were looking for?
I just go ahead and work the eyes and the lips right there on top of the drawing. In this case, with all the little teeth, I cut out a piece that would be for the mouth and did one tooth at a time, cutting them out to fit just right. You'll see in a minute. Like the other little boy, this little guy has the most interesting ears. It's like a whole sculpture going on right there. The ears. When they teach you to draw, they start with things that are super simple, like an orange or an apple, because it has just one big round shape. But a face has so many different planes and changes, some flat, some round, some protruding, and some concave into the face. It's it's a very interesting light and shadow exercise. So as you can see here, I am cutting out the little bitty teeth, each one having a different value. They can't all be the same value, or the whole muzzle would look flat. So the two front teeth are very bright, but the bottom teeth you see are fairly blue. And the ones back here in the shadow side of his face also slightly blue. Nothing that is white on a human being is really white. The whites of your eyes are really not white. They're rather bluish gray. And those are little subtleties that every artist has to deal with. Because if you made it pure white, it would look unreal, like a robot. Something manufactured, not something living and breathing with blood flowing through the veins. His hair was fairly easy, since I just cut flat pieces of black paper. And he's wearing a black jacket, but the muffler that's around his neck has tons of color on his little cap. Though it matches the background tan, I think I got it to stand out by putting a highlight across the top and low lights, low shadows across the bottom, you know, with their little wrinkles and whatnot. Next week, I have no clue how difficult it might be for me to get to my collages, because I have jury duty. So I'm going to be, as you know, typically calling in and seeing if they need me each day. They may or may not. I've seen it happen both ways. So, and one time I actually served on a jury, so I just don't even know. I may not be able to post a video next week if I am busy in serving in a jury. Just so you know, these things happen. And then again, I may not be needed. And now I have found an interesting page of color to use for his muffler. I thought that all of these yellows, seeing that they would, you know, look like shadow. I mean, it does. It has a light side and a dark side, but when I cut them all up, you don't really see the dark side enough. It's all still so very yellow. So I ended up having to add a darker stripe to give the illusion of folds and roundness. You see, it looks very flat right now, but you add the darker stripe, and suddenly there we have it, the finished product. You see, the dark stripes really add to the contour of that muffler. And I couldn't help putting the word cute. He's just so cute. So here it all is. I put a few animals. There's birds, there's a frog, a few words, and also there's a cat down there. I'm just hide pictures inside my collage. It's just too fun. Thanks so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. And if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Write them down for me in the comments. And I'll see you next week, possibly. Or the week after. Bye, everyone.